When an incident occurs, everyone takes notice. But there's another meaning of incident when something happens as a result of another thing. Your kitchen light being on is incident upon you flipping the switch. And conversely, if you throw a ball onto a surface, that ball is incident upon the surface. You threw it, and that led to it hitting the surface. This last usage is the one that is meant by incident ray. An incident ray is a ray of light that is pointing towards and striking a surface. But hold on a minute, what exactly is a ray? In optics, a light ray is a model of light in which we draw the light as a straight line. Light is actually a wave with peaks and troughs, but try drawing that on a simple diagram. It's much simpler to take those peaks and troughs and draw a line that goes at 90 degrees to them. This will give you a line, or ray, pointing in the direction the energy is flowing. Light rays allow us to draw clear diagrams showing the way light is moving, including reflection, light bouncing off mirrors, and refraction, the bending of light when moving from one transparent material to another. This is called ray tracing. We can make something that looks like a ray in real life by either shining a light through a slit or using a laser. Where you have an incident ray, you usually have a reflected ray. The light has to go somewhere, and in most cases, it bounces off. And if the surface the ray is incident upon is a mirror, you can predict the way it will bounce off. The law of reflection tells us that the angle of incidence, or the angle at which the incident ray hits the surface, is equal to the angle of reflection, or the angle at which the ray bounces away from the surface. This can be best understood using a diagram. The angle of incidence is the angle between the incident ray and the normal, the dotted line at 90 degrees to the surface. And the angle of reflection is the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. And these two angles are always the same. That's the law of reflection. Let's review. An incident ray is a ray of light that is pointing towards and striking a surface. A ray of light in general is just a line that we draw to show how light moves and can be created by shining light through a slit or using a laser. The law of reflection shows us that we can predict how an incident ray will bounce away from a surface. It says that the angle at which the incident ray hits the surface is equal to the angle at which it bounces away, or in other words, the incident angle is equal to the reflected angle.